Do you like creating your backgrounds and making them unique? Well, this technique today is combining both dry embossing and stenciling to make unique backgrounds. Welcome friends, it's Rae. Thank you so much for joining me today.
So here I'm putting my 4x6 120 pound accent opaque cardstock on my Altenew grip mat that is sitting on We Are Memory Keepers rotating platform. And next I'm bringing in this stencil by Catherine Pooler. And just place that over and then press it down on the sides, and the grip mat will hold it in place. Then I'm going to come in with my Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide ink, and I am going to just lightly go over my entire stencil. I'm holding it down because this stencil is very wide, or has wide openings. I could have used my pixie spray, didn't think of it honestly, to hold it down. So since I didn't do that, I am going to just kind of hold it on the sides as I go, and then use my brush to come in ever so lightly and repeat that to get good coverage. Okay, and my stencil does, while it doesn't shift, on my platform, it does move a little because of those large openings. All right, I think that's good. Just want to get coverage throughout the design with my Kitsch Flamingo. Then I'm going to bring in my picked raspberry because I want a slightly darker pink, mainly around the perimeters to add some accent there. Okay, just going around again to remove any harsh lines. Okay, and then I am going to come in with just a bit of red. This is Festive Berries. Okay, and that red I'm going to put around the perimeter as well. So my center is going to be much lighter. So I'm just kind of making a circle and leaving that lighter. Very pretty. Okay, this is a 4x6 panel, so my stencil didn't, fit all the way down, but that's okay. When we go to make a card out of this, we can trim that off.
For those techniques that are repeat with different stencils and different inks, I am going to speed them up a bit and play music, just so you can see the technique, but know that I don't need to talk through it because I've already talked through it during the first rendition. Be sure to watch the next technique with this background. It will be slightly different from the other two backgrounds, and it turns out really cool. Let's pause a moment for random thoughts and questions. Hashtag RTQ. Have you ever used alcohol inks to stencil? I have not. It's something on my list to try, but let me know in the comments if you've tried it and how it turned out. And here I'm going to trim down this panel so that it fits inside of my embossing folder.
Okay, and here is my Catherine Pooler heart design from my Dries folder. I'll be sure to list everything in the description bar below. Then I'm bringing in my VersaFine Onyx black ink, and we'll lightly go over that. Oh, pretty. All right, I love that.
And here I decided to do something a little different, and the Distress Oxide Peacock Feathers, of course, is a pigment ink or has pigment properties, and I just thought, tried this embossing powder. So I brought in my Wow tarnished teal embossing powder, which is a close match to this Peacock Feathers. It's actually darker and has, of course, sparkle in it. So I thought that would be good to try here. And it worked out beautifully. So glad I gave this technique a try on this stenciled and then dry embossed background. So this is double embossing, I suppose. Huh? Let me know in the comments whether you've tried this technique before or any of the other techniques I use in today's video. Here I wanted to show you that I added double-sided tape to the back of this sentiment die cut because I'm going to place it on vellum, or I've placed it on vellum, and then I'm going to use the cutout or the negative piece to actually affix that exclamation point with the heart so that I get it in the place that it was intended to be. Off camera, I did add some black splatter to backgrounds 1 and 2 using some Hero Arts intensified black ink reinker.
Okay, I have my 3 backgrounds. I have matted them. I've cut them to 3.5 by 5.5, then matted them onto thin layers or layers with thin borders, and I put that white there on purpose. And same with this one, added a sentiment from the Hero Arts, what's the name of this stamp set, encouragement sentiment strips, stamps, and the cutting die that cuts them all out at one time. So I have lots of black and white and lots of white on black to use. Let's see. And then this one, same, matted that with the thin border, and then found some blue cardstock from my stash that tended to match. Okay, so I'm going to put these on cards and then I'll be back to show you the final card. Let's take a look at the cards that I made with the backgrounds we created in today's video. I matted this with white after the black on purpose to kind of separate it from this embossed background that I used. And that is a, Cuttlebug bit of paisley. That's what that embossing folder is. Okay, and so you can see how that first embossing we did stands out, and then I added this Happy Doodle I Heart You large sentiment, and this is die cut on some pearlescent cardstock, and I colored around the edges with that picked raspberry and festive berries to give it that same look that the background has. Then I used some sequins from Simon Says Stamp, the Disco Ball collection. I love it because these are iridescent, but they give just a hint of pink for this card. The second card, these are the butterflies. I brought in some pretty pink posh black sequins, and then this Hero Arts sentiment to round off this card. And yes, I did mat that with the white to separate it from that same bit of paisley background, embossed background. And this one I did not add a sentiment because I thought I could come back and add that at some point when I know what I'm going to use this for. It's so pretty. I think this one's my favorite. I did mat it on some black cardstock and then this cardstock from my stash, and then added some of those Simon Says Stamp disco ball sequins in matching color to kind of round it out. And then I matted it on that same bit of paisley embossed. I don't know if you can see that. Embossed black background. And I love how these cards came out. I think this is my favorite. This is my second, and then this one is my last. But I love how they all came out.
I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if so, will like and subscribe if not already a subscriber. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, good day, friends.